Well, two local pilots want to help Prince George's youth soar to higher heights. They're starting an outreach program that gives kids hands-on training for careers in aviation. Natalie Wilson has the story from Fort Washington.
It could be called a pilot's playground, and as we walk into the runway at Potomac Airfield, it becomes evident that Jonathan Neal and Wayne Tompkins love to fly.
It's the Lamborghini.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Looking up to heroes like the Tuskegee Airmen, both of the pilots knew at an early age that in the sky was where they were meant to be.
There's always the iconic trip to D.C. to the Smithsonian, the Air and Space Museum. So I would go to these museums and see all of these airplanes and wonder about how they fly, how they work.
And I always was fascinated by how big the planes were and how they got off the ground. So that's actually what got me into aviation. Love it ever since then.
By the time they were teenagers, they began learning how to become pilots. Wayne received his license at age 16 and Jonathan in his early 20s. Now they are hoping to reach kids around the same age they became curious about aviation, starting their own nonprofit.
One thing that we don't want to do is tell these kids that it has to be aviation. If you're with us, it has to be aviation. We just want to give them something that they can build on and to show them that, hey, you can do whatever you put your mind to, even if it's not aviation. But when I started flying and I was one of the youngest people flying, it made me feel really, really special.
The program called Outreach Aviation teaches underserved youth in 8th through 12th grade about the numerous career opportunities in flying an aircraft and teaches essential skills including aerodynamics, meteorology, and navigation. But aside from science, both men hope that it will teach a different kind of lesson. Only 1% of people in the aviation field are black. They are hoping the program will show the importance of not being afraid to break barriers.
I didn't want the door slammed in my face, but I had to kick the door down, literally, to get in. So I want to open the doors for the other youth that's out there also.
It seems like a common practice in our community is to just advance ourselves. Once we're there, once we're wherever we're going to be, that's it. I made it. You got to find your own way to make it. And I feel like that's why there's so many of us in jail or prison or in bad situations. So for me and Jonathan, one thing that we share is we need to advance other people.
The program is expected to launch by the fall, and in the meantime, the pilots are looking forward to when it takes off.
We're trying to open doors, completely open the doors, and whoever is willing to walk through, come on in.
In Fort Washington, Natalie Wilson, CTV News.
And the pilots are in the process of looking for sponsors and partners in order to get the necessary funding.